U.S. Virgin Islands just opened its cannabis cultivation licensing window starting March 31st, 2025. Whether you're planning to apply for a standard cultivation license or a micro-cultivation permit, now is the time to act. Hi, I'm Dr. Lucas McCann. I'm the CSO of CannDelta. We're America's #1 cannabis consulting firm, and we're here to help you navigate everything you need to know to apply for a cultivation license in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Let's dive into the details. The Office of Cannabis Regulations, or the OCR, has begun accepting applications for cultivation licenses and micro-cultivation permits as of March 31st, 2025. Applications will be accepted for a minimum of 60 days, so don't wait. If you want to apply before the window closes, now is the time to get started. There are two types of cultivation licenses in the USVI. The Standard Cultivation License. The Standard Cultivation License allows you to cultivate, cure, process, store, and sell cannabis to other licensed cannabis businesses and to testing facilities on the same island. There are 3 tiers of cultivation licenses. Tier 1, which is 51 to 350 plants, which has a fee of $2,500. Tier 2, 351 to 650 plants with a $5,000 fee. And Tier 3, 651 to 1,000 plants with a $7,500 application fee. Keep in mind that these licenses are very limited, with only up to 15 cultivation licenses available in St. Thomas, up to 5 cultivation licenses in St. John, and up to 15 cultivation licenses in St. Croix. If the standard license is a bit more than what you're looking for, the OCR is also issuing micro-cultivation permits, which are issued to eligible applicants on a rolling basis. The micro-cultivation permit allows cultivation of up to 50 flowering plants and up to 200 immature plants or plants in the vegetative state. The fee is only $1,000, making it the most accessible entry point into this new market. All standard cultivation license applicants need to demonstrate that they are at least 50.1% of the ownership entity is held by U.S. Virgin Islands residents, and micro-cultivation applicants need to have a minimum of 3 years of current residency and 7 years of cumulative residency in the islands. If this sounds like you, then you're probably eligible to apply, but keep in mind that both the standard cultivation license and the micro-cultivation permit have different application requirements. We'll be taking a look at both, starting with the Standard Cultivation License. The Standard Cultivation License. If you're looking to apply, you'll need to make sure you complete all of the required documents and submit all the required plans to the best of your ability. The OCR is using a merit-based scoring system to grant these licenses, so your shot at getting a license comes down to how comprehensive, complete, and compelling your application is. Here's what you'll need to submit. A business plan for 150 points. A cultivation plan for 150 points. Evidence of site suitability for 150 points. Security and record-keeping plan for 150 points. A product safety and labeling plan for 150 points. An employee training plan for 50 points. Emergency response plan for 50 points. And a social equity plan to get up to 150 bonus points. You'll also need to submit a legitimate corporate structure and ownership disclosures. Background checks and fingerprinting for all owners and financial interest holders. Full financial disclosures, including a capital verification, which is bank statements or irrevocable lines of credit. Applicants will have to be over 21 years of age and older and provide proof of residency. We'll also need consent forms and background checks. You'll need to have your location secured in a zone A1, A2, R1, or R2. Licenses are awarded based on a scoring system with a total of 1,000 base points available, and keep in mind that an additional 150 points will be granted to applicants who qualify under the social equity plan, so it's worth exploring all options that will allow you to become eligible. If you can, it's in your best interest to try and structure your business so that it meets one or more of the following criteria. For instance, have been directly impacted by criminal enforcement of cannabis laws, or are members of a religious group that experience legal action for cannabis-related practices, are a female-owned business, are a service-disabled veteran-owned business. Micro-cultivation permit. The application and process and eligibility requirements for the micro-cultivation permit are a little different from those of the standard cultivation license. Like I mentioned, you'll need to be a current resident of the U.S. Virgin Islands for at least 3 years and have a total of 7 years of cumulative residency. This residency requirement helps to ensure the micro-cultivation opportunities go to locals with long-standing ties to the territory. You'll also need a farmer's license, or at least be in the process of applying for one. This applies for both the Department of Agriculture and the Department of Licensing of Consumer Affairs, the DLCA. Without it, you won't be eligible. There are property restrictions to be aware of. You cannot lease land from the government of the Virgin Islands. All cultivation activities must occur on privately owned or privately leased land. When it comes to ownership, there are strict limits. Only one microcultivation permit is allowed per person. Only one permit is allowed per address. If you already hold a cannabis business license, like a dispensary or manufacturing license, you cannot also hold interest in a microcultivation permit, and vice versa. If you meet all of those conditions, then you'll need to submit a detailed microcultivation operational plan as part of your application. This should include a description of your cultivation site, including the full address and lot layout, a site diagram that shows the boundaries of the property, of the cultivation area, and all the security features, an overview of your cultivation methods, including growing techniques and harvest cycles, a detailed security plan plus procedures for storage and record keeping, and finally, your harvest and packaging strategy. This operational plan helps the Office of Cannabis Regulations assess whether you're truly ready to run a compliant, safe, and efficient microcultivation business. And there you have it. Launching a cannabis business for cultivation in the U.S. Virgin Islands is a rare and exciting opportunity, but the process is highly regulated and document heavy. At CannDelta, we help evaluate your site suitability, prepare key documents, and complete all the required plans and submissions on your behalf. If you're ready to get started or have questions about your eligibility, location, or application strategy, contact us today.